Hey, great day. Welcome everyone to the Creator Live newsletter. This is Dr. TK, clinical psychologist and therapist business coach. So I am super excited today. I am streaming live in two different places over on Instagram, also over on YouTube. And I'm really excited to be able to talk about all of these wins today. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go ahead and share some wins. And so it is officially the middle of the year. Okay. And anytime I think about June, I feel like it's pretty much the holiday, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but we're entering into the third quarter. And so for the month of June, we are going to, as usual, or we've been doing the last few months, we are going to highlight therapists who are winning in their solo private practice, also in expansion services. And that will also let you know what we've been up to with recent podcast episodes, and more importantly, what we have coming up for our mental health providers. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And just as usual, if you are in the communities that we give shout outs to, please, before we end or after we end, go and tell people that they were featured, because we don't let them know. It's like a surprise. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is our vision. We always like to, because we have new people, we always like to share our vision. And so our vision for our company is to focus on helping healers, therapists, and creators design an abundant mindset and a freedom-based lifestyle in business. And so in other words, I really like to help our therapists, healers, and content creators build a business around the lifestyle that they desire and not the other way around. Okay. So we're going to highlight therapists who are winning in the business. We are going to talk about certain events, virtual and in person, that are coming up. We're going to talk about some podcasts that have dropped that you definitely don't want to overlook. And I will be sharing some resources as well so that you can continue to elevate your business. Okay. So let's talk about DTA. Now, listen, y'all, I am loving this picture. This woman looks beautiful on this picture. When I'm talking about the colors, the branding, the hair, the glasses to the shirt, okay, we are coordinated. And so I want to first congratulate Miss Chanel for turning in her accountability report for DTA and being able to share with us all of the wins that she has experienced. And so these are some of the things that she has said that she has elevated in the last 30 days, because that's how we pull in these wins. So Miss Chanel says she's excited for the early stages of her anxiety support group. She connected with an amazing web designer, and now her website is now live. That is huge for marketing and for branding. Her first intern received her associate licensure designation, and she is so proud of her. That's huge. So give a shout out also to that student who is moving forward in their career for mental health. And then she said, my team and I did our first recording talking about anxiety, promoted the group above, which is the anxiety support group, and it was posted on YouTube on Friday. And so what I want to pull out of this win or wins is that not only is she moving in her business, but she's also being able to impact other people beyond clients, specifically students. One thing I also want to highlight is that we hear a lot of therapists in our community kind of get stuck on creating anything beyond one-on-one. It doesn't mean that they don't have the desire to do so, but sometimes they get so analysis paralysis in their mind that they have all these desires, they write them down, they share them with us or the community, but then for whatever reason, they cannot move forward, probably because they're stuck in their thoughts. And so I am really excited for her that she was able to move outside of her thoughts and she was able to go and take action. So everybody give her a shout out in the DTA group. Congratulations, Chanel. Okay. Now the next person is Tanisha. Now I believe this is like the second time that she has been on here. She also has submitted her accountability report. Now one of the things that I love that she did the last time we featured her is that she acknowledged that she was unable to meet the coaching call, but that did not stop her from watching the replay to implement what she needed for her business. So she reported the following on her most recent accountability report from May, as we're highlighting in June. I completed my first There Will Be More speaking engagements as a licensed, because that was her biggest win last time, therapist. They'll give it up for her. She is now licensed and she completed her speaking engagement. I finally selected a web designer and scheduled a consultation with them. That's huge. I purchased a mail service so that I can have a physical address to put on my entity structure. Hello, let's be legal, people. Let's actually get some addresses so that your mail can go there and not your house. Okay. She said, I have written out all of the content for my website and directory profiles. And this was a task, y'all. What we call that is automation. And we cover that in reach and in marketing in our DTA program, because you can go out there and hire a web designer, but please note a copywriter is different than a web designer. And you will get very lucky if you find somebody that says that their skill set is both, because that is two different parts of the brain. Okay. So you just want to be mindful of that. So congratulations to Tanisha. And then she also said, I decided to give myself 3 to 6 months after launching my private practice to see if I can work by marketing in other ways that Dr. TK has suggested to others who don't want to do social media marketing. What does she mean by this? She wants to be able to take her services beyond social media and her marketing to tell people what she does. And she wants to go maybe in network, go to live events. Y'all go to in-person CE workshops, go to events that have nothing to do with mental health providers. Hello. You don't ever know who you're sitting next to. You don't know who you're in conversation with. You don't know who you're in a room with, and you never know where referrals can come from. Okay. So congratulations, Tanisha. And then I believe this is our last one. This is called DTA Platinum. So we're going to talk about DTA Platinum in a moment in terms of the program and what it is. But meet Felicia. We also highlighted her last month. So some of our students are on a roll with being very consistent with highlighting their wins on their monthly accountability report. Okay. So Felicia Bowman Chandler, she is in our program in which it is one step up, kind of like the graduate master's program of our undergraduate program, which is DTA. We have DTA Plat. DTA's Plat main focus is to work on scalability from the growth phase of a private practice. So what these clinicians have done is they will vet their services, pitch their services to the community. These are therapists who don't mind, like myself, operating as a W-9, going to another agency and asking them to pay us to deliver the mental health services in a one-to-many format. That can be support groups, that can be wellness trainings, mental health trainings, pretty much anything that you can create that they need. Okay. So she mentioned the following. I redefined my niche targeted audience to prepare for third, not first, not second, but third membership launch. So she has a digital product. She celebrated the end of her first intern in private practice in their academic year. She shared that with us on our last call. And that was huge for her to be able to see someone's growth as an intern in her practice and to realize it went by super fast, right? She reviewed email marketing and will launch a new freebie in May. So what we also highlight is how to get in front of new leads, where I really rely on our clientele to let us know, what do they desire in their business? What are their goals? What can we help them with? And then at that point, get your pen and paper. We're going all in. And now we're going to hot seat. We're going to give you some tips and strategies, but you have to go leave and implement. Okay. She also said this was huge because we focus on a mindset shift. What is something that you learned about yourself over the last month? And we believe that sometimes our students are missing that component of why we want them to complete the accountability report. Okay. Because we want you to be able to see on paper, what are your levels of growth that you recognize? So she said, I can't keep playing small. Sorry if it felt like I was yelling. I just emphasized the download I had all month long. Okay. So we're not playing small. We're going big. You need to claim your big dreams and you don't need to settle. Okay. And lastly, she said, consistency will always yield the right results if I am clear on my messaging and my marketing. So we understand that therapists get tired. We understand that sometimes our schedule gets the best of us. We understand that our personal life may get the best of us. But I, along with our community, are here to share with all therapists, mental health providers, and creators that I want y'all to go big, go hard at what you want. And I'm going to let you know it's going to be hard. I don't know how else to say it. Now, it could be simple, but it also is going to be hard. What do I mean by simple? Simple is you don't recreate the hamster wheel by trying to do it yourself. You get help. You put your ego aside, okay? And you ask for assistance. Time is wealth. Why would you rather take 5 years would you take 5 years piecemeal something together and honestly spend more time, energy, and money getting what you need, what you think you need, because hell, at that point, it probably expires and has changed, versus would you rather spend 3, 6, 9, or 12 months taking your time through self-paced with maybe access to support, and you focus on one big area in your business? What will happen is, even if you give yourself 12 months, I can guarantee you, if you go all in, you're going to complete the goal before 12 months. That's just how consistency works. Okay. All right. So this month or last month, what has been some of the highlights? So these are some of the podcast episodes that we have dropped. As some of you may know, we did a whole mental health awareness month. I had some epic speakers. We had a total of, I believe, 4 speakers. So we talked about the truth of mental health and nutrition with Miss Sonia from New York. We talked about myself. We talked about the hardest decision in business, firing a team member. I shared something that was very intimate, but I was ready to share it because I know that therapists want to get help in their business. Content creators want to get help in their business. I don't truly believe that nobody wants to do everything by themselves, even though you may humble yourself and may want to put out there in the atmosphere like, I did all this by myself, as though that's like that's something to be rewarded for. It's not, because you're going to be burnt out. So I talked about how it was difficult to let go of a team member, but how I learned so much during that process. Okay. Another episode is They Quit Our Company and I Manifested 60K. Again, I was sharing a lot around scalability topics in terms of everything is not always nice and pretty. Like I said just a moment ago, business can look simple, but the steps may be hard. Okay. And I had coaching throughout all of these changes, and these all happened 2 to 3 years ago. Okay. Another episode is Therapists Can Be Moms, Wives, and Build an Abundant Business. That was with our 2 support coaches, Shayla and Melissa. That was a very good live stream. You definitely want to go check that out, or head over to the audio podcast at Dr. TK on Spotify or on Apple and listen to that. But if you want to visually see us interact and laugh, definitely watch it on YouTube. And let us know, what was your biggest takeaway. Don't like shy away from like talking to me in the comment box. I do reply. Okay. Number 429, we were busy in May, is Entrepreneurship is Not for Everyone. And then I provided some updates around what we are doing to cater to the needs of therapists when they speak up, to how they learn. We are in a different technology stage. A lot of therapists are busy, and I do air quotes because I don't see the schedules, but when I hear a lot of therapists saying I'm at my capacity, I will do everything in my power that is conducive to the fidelity of how we want to deliver our program, to make sure that the therapists are getting their needs met. So for example, one of the updates that we are implementing starting in June, but definitely in July, because it really depends on questions that come in, is instead of me personally hosting 2 coaching calls and then us having bonus stuff throughout the month, I'm going to host 1 strategy call, 1 community call that talks about nothing related to strategy and coaching. We're just talking about how and what is getting in the way of you showing up as a business owner and your best self. So it's like business therapy, right? And then we have a strategy call. What's going to happen is, throughout the rest of the month, if our clients have questions related to their business, they don't have to worry about logging onto a call, logging onto the Kajabi portal. We're going to give them access to a private podcast feed. Let me know how y'all like that. Like, that's to me pretty dope, because there's not a lot of programs that will diversify and take out the time to actually cater to the client's needs. Now, some of our clients may always say, oh, I'm a visual learner. But at the end of the day, if I'm not sharing my screen, what visually do you need to see? Me talking like I am now? Some of y'all, if you got YouTube Premium, for example, you can put your phone on like the main page and still listen to me as you take your walk outside. Right? Because it's motivating, right? I'm sharing information. And if you want to listen to it again and take notes, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of the information that I provide, you can actually consume in auditory. I just think that we have gotten so used to logging into a course shell with also knowing that we don't want another course, but saying that we need another course to get the information that we need. When in reality, if you just carve out time to listen and get still, or be in a mindful place, like walking outside and just listening, you will actually find that auditory processing is just as good sometimes as looking at a video. So I would encourage y'all, head over to the audio podcast. There are way more episodes over there, because that's where I started recording my podcast. And look at that. We are over 430 episodes. So there's plenty for you to listen to, especially if this is not the time that you are unable to get in my program, especially if you're a student, right? So check those episodes out. We also did episode 430 And that is $1.8 million in sales to unfulfillment. That's when I got very transparent last week. It took me a minute to record that episode. I decided to do it live. It was not planned, but something in my heart, honestly, God said, somebody needs to hear this message. And what I was speaking to was, let me be clear, I'm very passionate and I love what I do. But I realized when I hit a certain point in my business, I realized that I had actually checked off all the boxes of this vision board that's looking to the left of me outside of like a family life goal. And it's like, nobody ever teaches you, like, what do you do when all the boxes are checked? And it doesn't mean that I don't have bigger goals, but I didn't think I was going to hit those goals, honestly, that quick, So it's like, I have became the woman on my vision board. Now what do I do? So I have been living in a state of, I said unfulfillment because there are certain things in my business that I also used to do that I no longer do, but we're bringing some of that stuff back. So let's go ahead and get into that. So let me talk to y'all about what's coming up. Make sure that you check the description box. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel if y'all watching it on YouTube or on Instagram, okay? But if you're on Instagram, head over to YouTube and go ahead and follow your girl because I love to create videos. This is fun for me. I can live stream literally every day with no slides and just do business therapy. How would y'all like that? Hello. I even got a YouTube membership, y'all. The membership is to support the channel of me creating all this beautiful free content. I am starting to create podcasts that are live stream and pre-recorded, but I will be doing certain things just for the members, not for the public. And guess what? Guess how much it is? It's like less than $10. Okay. So that's on YouTube. You do have to access that by either looking at YouTube through the desktop or laptop, or check the link in the show notes. But nevertheless, let's talk about some great things. Do you want to become a digital course creator? Do you want to have a coaching program? Maybe you want to one day have your own live event. Maybe you want to one day have your mastermind. Every single thing that you all have seen me launch, it has been due to a variety of coaches. I want to be clear. I've had manifestation coaches. I've had online course creators, but I believe that this program, Business by Design, is hands down the best program to teach me step by step of putting the Lego instructions of the funnel together for courses, for my mastermind live events. I can go on and on. If you've been around and you've seen me launch things for the last 4 to 5 years, I still go back and look at that portal. So why am I sharing this with you? If you want to do any of those things in the digital product space, I'm not talking about no ebook. I'm talking about actual bigger digital products. Okay. Then you do want to sign up for my mentors live bootcamp. Now, here's the thing. You can go and find them on your own. I am an affiliate with him. I want to be very clear about that. Now, because I am an affiliate, what happens is you're going to go through an experience with him for a couple of days, 3. Okay. It actually starts this Thursday, but they doing contests, and I'm talking about some good contests, okay? Like good gifts, okay? Because he wants you to have transformations before you even take a look at his program. I love that. He over delivers. I over deliver. We love this. We love giving. So there's 2 things I want you to do if you're interested, okay? Even if you need a mindset shift to determine if you want to become a digital CEO. When you check the show notes, there is a link tree, same thing on Instagram. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to get on his list to participate in the Rise of the Digital CEO. That actually starts this Thursday, June 6th. Replays will be available if you cannot make it, but it is a guaranteed, hands down, you're going to feel like a whole nother person. Okay. And so every year that I talk about this program, the therapists who go through it, the healers, the content creators that go through it, you don't have to be a therapist to do this. It's open for all digital creators. They are like, hands down, this is by far the best teaching that I've seen, because get this, he ain't gonna get into all the tech and the logistics stuff, because that's gonna blow your mind anyway, and you're gonna get paralysis analysis or analysis paralysis. But what he is gonna do is tap deep inside and pull out the digital CEO that you were meant to become, like deep inside. Okay. He get super deep. That's all. I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but it starts June 6th. So I want you to go sign up for the Rise of the Digital CEO today. Okay. And then go to that Facebook group because they popping off over there. Okay. Second, I want you to get on my wait list for what's called the Abundant Digital CEO. Now, why is that important? Like I said, you can go and just check him out. But let's just say you're like, dang, after you go to his boot camp, you're like, yo, I gotta have his program, right? So not only if you decide to roll along with his program later, then not only will you get his program, not only will you get whatever bonuses he's going to have, but you will also get Dr. TK's bonuses. And I tend to drop extra bonuses every single year. Right now, we have about 5 to 7. Okay. And so the people who get on my wait list will be the first ones notified starting next week of what will be on the wait list. So you do have a couple of days to get on my wait list, because at some point I'm going to stop emailing my list. I'm going to stop promoting it. And I'm just going to say, hey, those people who've expressed interest in his program, those are going to be the only people that I'm going to email at that point, because I don't want to bug you if you're not interested. But I kid you not, if you want a digital product within the next 12 months, because see, this is how big it is. He only launches one time per year. And I'm not kidding. There is no pop-up launches. He only opens up enrollment once a year. And if we want to take the mindset of, my mindset is, I want to learn from people who are 8 to 10 steps ahead of me. That has always been my motto, which is why I always find different coaches based on what I'm working on in my business. He is an 8-figure earner. And I'm not saying that to flex just about money, because he's a very down-to-earth person. I was part of his mastermind. I was part of his program. I've been part of his community since my son is 1. He helped me with his strategies, sell out of live events. If y'all have been around and y'all have heard of ECM, the mastermind, 3 years in a row, selling out. If you've heard of my conferences, every single year, we sold out 50 tickets, 50 to 60 tickets. Okay. My VIP experiences, every year we sell out when we have it. My DTA programs, if I said I wanted 16 students, I got 16. If I said I wanted 12, I got a 12. If I wanted 25, I wanted 25. One year I said, I want nothing but 6-figure launches. What do you think I got for a whole year and a half? 6-figure launches. It took work. It took dedication, but his Lego instructions made it simple. So get this, if you can follow simple instructions and allow yourself to get out of your head, you want to sign up for the Rise of the Digital CEO, and you want to get on my wait list to get my bonuses. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. Now, this month's other events. So that's digital creators. Okay. Now let's talk about for my people who want to expand in the mental health space. Okay. So DTA Platinum, we actually got a call in about 40 minutes. And for any therapist who either wants to open or grow an existing group practice, you want to leverage your time, start moving yourself away from providing the direct service, but you do not have the systems in place. I'm not talking about systems for your solo practice. I'm talking about systems that are automated to onboard therapists. You have a vault of access that we have so that you can actually create services from your group practice. You can remove, our biggest thing is removing yourself. Hello. Okay. So if you want to upscale or start a group practice, you want to sign up and come to that call, or at least watch the replay. The link is again in the description box. It's like the Therapist Who Scale workshop. Okay. Also, if you want to do what's called mental health expansion is, I'll give you an example. I've worked with a variety of different nonprofits. I've worked with 3 over the last 10 years, like 3 consistently. Okay. One of them, I've worked with the reentry population the most. I've been written into about 5 or 6 grants at a time, but it did not start that way. Why am I sharing this with you? Because some of you want to leverage your time and take your existing private practice from 1-to-1 to 1-to-many, but you may not want digital products. Or even if you do, you also want to be able just to take yourself. You don't have to have a group practice to do this. And you want to insert yourself into someone's school, into someone's agency as a contractor. And you want them to provide you with clients, but you don't know where to start. You don't know how to pitch yourself. You don't know how to price yourself. You don't know what should be in a proposal. This program is also for you. So this is called DTA Platinum, because you also have to have an existing business. I want to be clear about that. So that's what we're going to talk about in terms of what does it mean to scale your time versus grow your time. And in that workshop today, it will be available for replay as well. We're going to introduce, therapists to that program. That program is open up for enrollment technically now. But after I went to DC and came back and talked to a few therapists who had heard about it, but really didn't understand it, I realized that some people did not even understand what I meant by mental health expansion. So I want to take the time out on a Zoom call to talk people through it and really determine what are people's goals. So if that is your goal to either expand beyond yourself one-on-one, but you want to stick within the private practice realm, but not do all your time like upfront, or you want to have a group practice, or maybe elevate your group practice, you're plateaued, you want to hire more therapists and things like that, but you kind of just rolled out of bed and started a group practice like me years ago. Okay. And I had to learn the hard way without a coach. And then I got a coach. Okay. I can be of service to you. So you want to check that out. Also, these MVP spots are popping. Now, I did open up more availability for the month of June. So pretty much every time I posted, people were like securing a spot. And I told my team, I guess they want that one-on-one. And guess what? I love one-on-one too. I know how many spots I can take. And so until I say I don't want any more, I'm going to continue to open up limited spots for MVP. But when I say continue, please don't wait until September. If I have availability for June and you have goals for September, you want to do it for June. Okay. So that is at a no brainer. Go check out the link in the bio. Now, let me be clear. Okay. Because like my team be like, they don't understand like what they getting. And I'm like, okay, a MVP session, I'll give you an example. One person came last week. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? One person came, I think 2 weeks ago, and her goal was to transition into a group practice, like create one. However, once we start looking at what her goals were and what she had done, I gave her an execution list and I coached her for 45 minutes on things of what she needs to do right now to fix her just basic private practice office, because she also didn't do DTA. And then we gave her the opportunity to join the DTA Plat program once those things were up to par, and we gave her the tools to do that. So we pretty much told her what SOPs to create, and we gave her some tools, we gave her some videos, we gave her a whole execution guide. What they get is they get a private podcast feed where you can listen to your replay for 6 months over and over again. You can watch your video for 6 months over and over again, so that if I share my screen, you can take notes. I send you a action plan with any hyperlinks that I need you to get for systems or whatever after the call. There is no reason why you cannot execute. So some people are like, oh my God, like I've been wanting one-on-one. But get this, when I was offering one-on-one, when I do it at a regular scale, it is $1,100 per session. That's why on the enrollment page, it says 1,000 plus. This is not a game. Our mastermind was an $18,000 a year investment. And for that $18,000, yes, we met in person and we mastermind. That was not a course. We did not teach to a course, but they had a course shell that they just like played around with when they needed it, right? But that was executors, people who are making $150,000 to $250,000 a year in their mental health business. So I'm letting you understand, or I'm helping you understand what access you can have if you simply just get out of your head and invest in your business. And let me be clear, I also have seen that some therapists are comparing. You may not say it, but this is what I see. Okay. A therapist will sign up quick if I have a therapeutic CE workshop in person or online, because you see it as this is going to help me build my business. But is it? Or is it going to make you a better therapist? Now, granted, it will position you to be a better expert. And I'm not saying that that will not add money to your bank account, but let me know what evidence-based practice, what certification, what CE workshop that's going to make you a better therapist is also making you a better business owner. There aren't any. So what we do in our business is that we specifically focus on being ethical according to APA ethics, and everything that I coach you on or that I guide you to will never be unethical. Okay. That is the beauty part about having an active clinical psychologist as a business mentor right now. So yes, take advantage of the MVP session before they disappear, because I ain't gonna lie, we also entering into summer and your girl got 2 kids, 13 and 6, boys, a lot of energy. Like some of those spots are about to like just not be available. Okay. And so if you want an MVP session, just secure your spot. Fill out the application once you invest in it, and make sure that you tell your mind that, you know what, I'm focusing on my business. Save your receipt, give it to your tax person. You're building your business, not just your therapy skill set. Okay. That's only for business owners, right? Now, big flex, right? We are having a live event. And the reason why I'm telling y'all about all of this at one time is that everybody has different needs. Some people want to work with us over a course of time, scaling their business. That's DTA Plat. Some people just don't even know where to start. That's the MVP session. Like, can I just get some feedback on one thing and maybe even test me as your coach? Okay. And you can do MVP and Plat. Plat doesn't have one-on-one Zoom calls. DTA Plat gives you access to Voxer. Voxer is like chirp. Dr. TK, it's 2:00 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I know, girl, you ain't gonna respond to this until tomorrow, but I can't sleep and this has been on my mind. That's what kind of access my students got. You can't get that nowhere else. Okay. So You may need long term. You may want, I just want you one time just to test the waters and see what I can do. But you also may say, you know what? I got some goals in the fourth quarter for, I want to relaunch a digital product, relaunch, not launch for the first time. I want to do the expansion stuff that you talked about, but I don't want to be locked into no 1 year program. I already got some stuff going on, but I really, really vibe being in person. I really can execute if I'm sitting in a room with you and a couple of other people for 2 days. Some people are like that. In person, like me, I can do the program and a live event because I see the live event as like the fire under my butt. And then I see the program as the fire under my butt all year. Y'all got that? So you see how these can work together. And so somebody can get all of this. Okay. This is technically like a lower version of our mastermind. Okay. So this is the big flex. We just published it today. We have a live event that I announced last week in Vegas, right before my birthday, September 3rd and 4th, the day after Labor Day. So get your butt to Vegas on Labor Day, hang out by the pool, and then head on over to the Aria Tower Suites to meet up with your girl. So we are taking 8 therapists through a VIP experience, and we are going to help you build out implementing every single thing related to that launch of your choice. We're not talking about a group practice. Let me be clear. That's a whole agency. But what I'm referring to is, do you want to relaunch a digital product? Maybe you do want to be that therapist where you pitch your product or service to an agency and you want to get it done in 2 days, but you want to wait until September. If that is you, we have a scholarship. Now, the scholarship is limited. There's only 8 spots. We know that we're going to get way more applications than we have spots. So here's the thing. We want only serious people. There is a video that, and we're going to email it out this evening or by in the morning. There's an email that goes along with the application. Please watch the 6-minute video. Please only fill out the application if A, you can show up for September 3rd and 4th all day, 9 to 6. Do not leave our mastermind trying to take a therapy call. Do not leave having a team meeting. Do not leave having a coaching call. If you committed to 2 days, we are having a mastermind for a reason, to mastermind with 8 different people. Okay. So yes, I'm being hella strict because the mastermind experience is based on the participants. Okay. So you have to be locked in for those 2 days. Double check, triple check your babysitter days. There are no refunds. There is no, can you help somebody find my, buy my ticket? No. Make sure that you can go. We only want go-getters. Every time we've had a VIP experience, people have left those events launching, making not 3 figures, not 4 figures, but 5 figures if they want to. Okay. And I'm talking about digital products, SOPs, launch strategy, marketing, promotional material, copy with AI, all the things. We're doing it in that room. Bring your laptop with what we got Wi-Fi. Okay. So if you want to apply for the scholarship, I have given you the opportunity, because me and my team have been working on this. Okay. And I wanted to make this announcement today, but I already told DTA. You already know. I'll put it in Facebook. All right. But do not sleep on my generosity to give you a scholarship for 50% off. 50, not 10, not $100. I'm giving you $1,000 off. Okay. So go look at the application. You could also look at the page. All you have to do when you go to the link in my show notes, you're going to see 2 things. You're going to see Las Vegas Mastermind tickets on sale now. Read that page first to see what you're going to get. Then if you like, bet I'm here, right? Then what you're going to do is if you choose to, go and apply for the scholarship. Where the scholarship is going to close on this Sunday. There are no extensions. It is going to literally shut down. I already timed it. I already put it in through automation. It is going to shut down on Sunday at midnight or Monday morning at midnight. Okay. On Monday morning, me and my team are going to start combing through whatever scholarship applications we have. Once we start looking at who we want to pull into the experience, we are going to send you an invitation. You have 48 hours to respond and buy your ticket. If you do not, your coupon ticket will expire and we're moving on to the next person. We are not saving spots. I am very serious about curating 8 people in a room who want to get that work. Okay. So that's one huge announcement. And then last one is we have the 60 digital product ideas ebook. Because you are watching live, write down this code, the word, is it start? Go to my Instagram page and just find a post and follow the prompts. But I believe it's the word start. I think like it's start team. Is it start? And it's like a coupon code and you get 60 digital product ideas Okay, it is start. I had to make sure. So because y'all listening live, it is the keyword is start. If you want to download the 60 digital product ideas ebook, it is a game changer. It's over 30 pages. It goes from private podcast feeds, public podcasts, workshops. I actually give you about 10 scripts for ebooks for inspiration. Don't copy it because we don't want people floating around here like having the same script. But it's kind of like you can use it for marketing or for a template to then generate ideas of what you want in a ebook, checklist, whatever you want to offer, right? But it's 60 ideas of what mental health providers can offer as digital products, whether you want to make it for free or you want to make it paid. And again, this is an extension of your existing business. So what I'm showing y'all is how to add revenue so that you don't have to feel like you have to go create a whole nother business structure. So on a scale of 1 to 10, right? How did y'all like this newsletter today? I'm lit. Let me go over here and put what's going on. So somebody says she could be my fairy godmother. Y'all talking about Chanel with all them beautiful butterflies? Yes, right. All right, now I see y'all unicorns out here in these clinical streets. I love it. Hashtag clinical streets, right? So proud of y'all. Hey, Dr. Angela. I was just in New York, girl. We should have met up. That's what I'm doing right now, walking outside. Awesome. Yvonne said that's goals. I want a one-on-one. Let's go. Well, let's go. Okay, go ahead and schedule it. And then yes, it is start. Thank you. So everybody telling me the code to start, right? So I believe that is it. Yep. That is it for the live newsletter. And so again, if you go to the link, let me give y'all a short link and then it's just another button that y'all got to click. Okay. So if you go to, I'm just going to put this up here. If you go to drtk.com/links, that's like a back page on my website. It'll just say resources. When you click that button, it's going to take you to all the resources. And actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. So I'm just going to wrap up by telling y'all like where to go. Okay. So let me share my screen. Uh-oh. Is it this one? Okay. All right. So this is where I'm gonna tell y'all where to go. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all specific instructions depending on who you are. When you go on Instagram, you're gonna see this. Okay. If you go to drtk.com/links, it'll say resources and it should lead to this. Okay. When you come here to my page, I'm gonna walk y'all through everything I just said and then we wrap up because I got to get prepared for the 4 o'clock. Okay. So 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in 20 minutes, I am going to be going live on Zoom. This is for therapists. I want to be clear about that. Therapists who want to expand and scale, meaning you already have a business. Do not sign up for this if you are new to business. Okay. So you're going to click here and you're going to register for the Zoom call. It's that simple, but do it before 4 o'clock. Like go do it right now. Pull up another phone and go do it right now. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, the Vegas Mastermind, here's the scholarship application. When you click the scholarship application, it's going to give you all these instructions. Okay. And you want to click start and you want to fill out the application. If you did not see the video per our email or community, then click here and watch this video before applying. Okay. But what I would also recommend is that you look at the actual enrollment page first. So there are 8 spots, September 3rd through the 4th. Okay. What you get, you're going to get 2 days of a mastermind event in Las Vegas. You're going to get 1 30-minute session with me before we go to Vegas. I'll put out my schedule sometime in June, and then we'll spread them out through August. Okay. You're going to get 1 group pregame call because I like for people to meet each other before you go into the room. You're going to get 30 days of Voxer support so that you can implement whatever we talked about at the live event. This by itself is valued at over $700. Okay. This is valued at a little under $1,000 because it's 30 minutes. Okay. Not the whole hour. All right. You also get launch or relaunch. The focus is launch or relaunch your expansion services before you leave the event. So who is this for? This is for therapists who want groups in the community, not a group practice. Groups in the community, pitch your private practice services to agencies, collaborations. Now, this is also for people who can get it done in 2 days. If you want time to have me help you with this, you can also check out our DTA Plat program. We told our Plat students, to also come to the live event. It feels different when you're in person. I don't know how to tell you more about that. Hey, thanks, Audrey. So I'm looking at Instagram too, y'all. All right. So you're also going to design your entire launch map. We're going to talk about your map. Then we're actually going to say, okay, pull up Canva. If you don't have Canva, sit next to somebody who got Canva. Okay. We're going to talk about marketing and promotional materials. And then I'm going to give you time to work on it. And you're going to share it with people in the room. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have a digital product, you're welcome, but your product should have already been launched. You should have already generated money. I don't care if it's $10 and you made one sale. If it became viable, meaning it made money, then you can sign up to come. If you are looking to launch a digital product, you need to head over to BBD, the Rise of the Digital CEO. Okay. And so what to expect? We're going to create your launch execution guide. We're going to help you create your SOPs. And that can come with also you having homework activities clearly. And then we're going to focus on implementation. All you need to do is plug and play. Okay. Again, this is not appropriate if you want assistance with launching a group practice. Double check your dates and so forth. Y'all get my drift. I ain't got to keep repeating that, but I feel like sometimes I need to, because on one occasion out of 4 years of us doing live events, we actually had one therapist out of 4 years actually come to the event when she should have been in our private practice program. Okay. All right. So check that out. If you want to apply for a scholarship, it's there. If you want that MVP session, that's the book your coaching call question now. Here's the 60 digital product ideas for therapists and for healers. And then, as I mentioned, my mentors bootcamp starts on this Thursday. So here is his bootcamp. Sign up for it. Here is my wait list, so that if you are interested with what he has to offer later, then you can actually qualify for my bonuses. And it's really important that you get on that wait list, because if you are not, and I don't give you the proper link to sign up, then you won't qualify for additional bonuses. And I have bonuses that help specifically therapists, creators, and healers get out of their head and maneuver themselves through a portal, and how to show up as their best selves to get as most as they can out of that program, because it is a lot. Okay. And then a free download if you want to learn how to like craft your niche for digital products, that is there for absolutely for free. So on the scale of 1 to 10, how did y'all like? Yeah, 10. How did y'all like the newsletter today? I'm on fire. Your girl got 16 minutes. I need to hop over on Zoom and make sure that I'm good. We're about to have a super fun, low-key informal conversation. I'm not going to be sharing 5,000 slides. Depending on who's on the call and what your goals are, will determine what I'm going to pull up. But our general conversation will be around who wants to do what on the call, including those who want to watch a replay. And then we're also going to tell you more about that platinum program, so that if it is a good match for you, you can go ahead and secure your spot, because their cohort starts next week. Mic drop. Y'all have a great day. Some of y'all, I'll see y'all in 15 minutes, or at least sign up for the replay. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. Bye.